I ranked every single mini based on their strength in the meta with the help of 10 pros. I'm not just a random guy on YouTube. Starting with the F tier, the minis that you should avoid. And first is the fisherman. The nerfs were just a big blow to him, and now he has way less of a chance of pulling a mini, and it's just too much of a gamble for it to be worth it, because if you pull nothing, you just wasted 3 elixir. Then we got the guard. He was already overshadowed by the knight last meta, so now he's even worse. There's basically no use for 2 elixir tanks right now, and he didn't even get a buff even though he was very weak, so that didn't help at all. And now the only thing he can guard is, well, his spot in the F tier. And then we also have the swordsman here. He's so overshadowed by the royal ghost and the Valkyrie because they just do way more damage than him, and they have way better carry potential. Moving up to the C tier, these minis are weak but they are useful in a few scenarios, starting with the battle healer. For the situation that battle healer shines in, they don't need a healer. Like for example, the Valkyrie and the royal ghost can already do healing by themselves with the humble star ability. So another healer in the deck is just a waste of a mini. Then we also have the magic archer. I mean, the Ewis just overshadows him. The Ewis is a way more consistent carry, while the magic archer still needs to rely on the pierce. So there's almost no reason to go for the magic archer over Ewis. Then we have the knight and the barbarian. There's just no use for a 2 elixir melee mini because there are way better melee options like the mini P.E.K.K.A, the golden giant, etc. So 2 elixir just is not fitting well into the archetypes in the meta right now. Then we also have the witch. Don't get me wrong, she's great against Ewis, but just terrible against everything else. He's just gonna be feeding the royal ghost and the Valkyrie's boost abilities, and that means they will just never lose HP because the skeletons just keep giving them heals. So the limitations outweigh the benefits so much for the witch. By the way, this tier list is not ordered, so just because the minis have different positions within a tier, that does not mean anything. And we also have the lumberjack. He actually works well with Archer Queen, but she still is not seen a lot in the meta, so the lumberjack can't shine. This might sound weird, but the healing ranger actually overshadows him because the healing ranger can heal and give a hit speed buff from a distance with her first star ability, and giving that in the distance is just way more reliable and works for a longer time. Then we also have the wizard. The anti-heal is overshadowed by the Valkyrie's anti-heal, and the ice wizard can do AoE and slow people, so there are just better alternatives in every aspect for the wizard. And then we also have the miner. He's just too inconsistent and easy to counter. There are way easier ways to access his backline, such as the Wave Master, which is the most used hero, so yeah, he only plays a minor role in the meta. Then we have the B tier. These minis are average, but they can work well in some decks, such as the Archer. He definitely has fallen off from the Archer meta, but she still has a purpose, a different one, which is to bait the Wave Master. So the concept is that the enemy Wave Master goes to a 0-star Archer instead of like a 3-star Ewis, for example. And that works really well because it protects your ranged carry, such as the Ewis or the Dark Goblin. And that is also basically the purpose of the Spirit Goblin, which is why he's also in the B tier. I think he's a bit stronger because his clash ability is quite impactful earlier rounds, but still, B tier. Then we have the Prince and the Bowler. They can leave a big effect if they hit something important, but otherwise they are completely useless. So it is a hit or miss situation, which is why almost every meta tier list, these minis are in the B tier. Then we got the Giant Skeleton. He is a great counter to the Royal Ghost and Valkyrie, and his bomb stun can kill their chance to carry later in the round. But if you are facing against an Ewis or a Dark Goblin deck, Golden Giant is always the better option. Then we have the P.E.K.K.A. People were freaking out after the big balance changes, saying that the P.E.K.K.A. would be broken, dealing 6 damage per hit, but turns out they are wrong. The very slow attack speed still kills her, literally, by a Royal Ghost or an Ewis. the Ewoks can just endlessly stun her, and the rogue ghost can just turn invisible before the P.E.K.K.A even gets her shot down. So yeah, she still gets bullied quite a lot. And we also have the Ice Wizard. He's obviously great at slowing down minis, but we don't really need it because we already got so much stun mechanics in the game. But it is still good to have, but just not essential. And last but not least, we have the Mega Knight. He's a great tank. His super is so powerful, especially with the second star, because it can basically directly reach the back line, but he is countered quite a bit by the Rogue Ghost and the Valkyrie combination. Moving up to the A tier, these minis are very strong and I would definitely recommend them, starting with the Golden Giant. He can just absorb so much damage, and his first star is so powerful. It can basically soak up every Ewo super, every Wave Master super, every Musketeer super. It is so versatile. I love it. I just love seeing the Golden Giant never dying, and the stuns just end up benefiting the Golden Giant instead of doing work against it. Then we have the Healing Ranger and the Dark Goblin in the A tier. They kind of rely on each other actually. The Healing Ranger heals the Dark Goblin and gives him an attack speed increase with the third star, and the Dark Goblin just deals insane damage. So it is such a fun and powerful combo to use. I definitely recommend it. And by the way, if you want to see a tier list for the heroes, hit this video to 120 likes. Then we have the Musketeer. He is such a great counter to the Wave Master. When the Wave Master dashes to her, she can just knock him back, and that's just so good. And because of that, he actually pairs pretty well with the Healing Ranger. Then we also have the Valkyrie. He's also a great counter, but this time to the Rogue Ghost. Yes, the Rogue Ghost can go invisible, but it does not even matter to her, because she can indirectly target him with her spin attack. And this kind of happens all the time because people just put minis next to the Royal Ghost because of the clash ability. So Valkyrie, great mini to use. Then we also have the mini P.E.K.K.A. I mean, the dissipate ability. It's just dissipate. Then we have the S tier. These are the best minis and you need one of them in your deck. First one is the Electro Wizard. The stun is so powerful. If you upgrade him to the first and the third star, you can just basically carry your entire deck. And what's even better is that his stun can reach the backline directly because it targets 5 minis. And so if your enemy has a Dark Goblin or a Magic Archer, the 3-second stun will definitely shut them down. And then the best mini, of course, is, drumroll, Rogue Ghost. Who is surprised there? I'm not even going to say anything about it. Here's a clip to show you how insanely strong he is. So now it's your time to completely destroy me. Tell me everything that you disagree in the comments. And if you want to see a different list, but this time for the top 5 most annoying minis, here is a video that I made with the round table. It was such a fun video.